This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers.
Wow, you made everything sound so.
But that's just. Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was.
There is no evidence. I was simply. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it.
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden with.
What are you talking about
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be opened.
La la la, I can't.
Such a child.
Hey, by the way, Makoto.
What?
You're. So what do you think?
Why are
Your mom, your dad, your little... Are they really as sick?
Calm down, Makoto.
Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? Rawr! What do you want? Are you sure about this? Proof! Are you sure about this? Proof! Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? I'm not listening!
This should prove it. The inconsistency Kyoko's talking.
What are you talking about?
Like I said before, the bio. And as part of that, a giant. That's where everyone who's died.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that...
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro, and there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite size.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other numbers?
That's simple. Just recall who's...
That's right. Any other numbers? But according to the lights in the biolab...
You're saying a dead body just...
I got it! The mastermind just...
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body. And yet, her body was left...
Then...
It may very well be.
But if that's true, then why...
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the...
I got it! What about if... this... Huh? Officially, 10 but one of the victims may have been murdered. And then...
Murdered and...
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but...
Technically, you're right.
Could easily have happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us...
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, She was killed as...
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until...
No, that's crazy talk. She was... Besides, who could that...
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers. And that...
Nothing's gonna be because Kyoko's totally... Who is this someone else? Was it Saya Junko Eno Leon Chihiro Mando Kiyotaki Fumi Celestial? Or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this Was it Sayaka Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Mando Kiyotaki Fumi Celestial? Or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this someone else that... Was it Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Mando Kiyotaki Fumi Celestial? Or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this? Was it Sayaka Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Mando Kiyotaka Ishima Hifumi Yama Celestial whatever? Or maybe Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this someone else that... Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Mando Kiyotaki Fumi Celestial? Or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this? Was it Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Mando Kiyotaki Fumi Celestial? Or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this someone else? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Mando Kiyotaki Fumi Celestial? Or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this Was it Sayaka Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Mando Kiyotaki Fumi Celestial? Or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this? Was it Junko Enoshima? Leon Chihiro Mando Kiyotaki Fumi Celestial? Or maybe... No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this? Was it Junko, Leon, Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial? Or maybe... No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this? Was it Junko, Leon, Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial? Or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this someone else? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Mando Kiyotaki Fumi Celestial? Or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this Was it Junko, Leon, Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaki Fumi Celestial? Or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this someone? Was it Sayaka Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata, Chihiro Mondo, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this someone? Was it Junko Enoshima, Leon Kuwata, Chihiro Fuji's Mondo, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this Was it Sayaka, Junko Enoshima, Leon Kuwata, Chihiro Mondo, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this? Was it Junko Enoshima, Leon Kuwata, Chihiro Mondo, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this? Was it Junko Enoshima, Leon Kuwata, Chihiro Mondo, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this? Was it Junko Enoshima, Leon Kuwata, Chihiro Mondo, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this someone? Was it Sayaka, Junko Enoshima, Leon Kuwata, Chihiro Fuji, Mondo, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this someone? Was it Sayaka, Junko Enoshima, Leon Kuwata, Chihiro Mondo, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this? Was it Sayaka Maizono, Junko Enoshima, Leon Kuwata, Chihiro Mondo, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this someone else? Was it Sayaka Maizono, Junko Enoshima, Leon Kuwata, Chihiro Mondo, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this? Was it Junko Enoshima, Leon Chihiro Mondo, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this? Was it Junko, Leon, Chihiro, Mondo, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono, Junko Enoshima, Leon Kuwata, Chihiro Mondo, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this someone? Was it Sayaka, Junko Enoshima, Leon Kuwata, Chihiro Fujisaki, Mondo Owada, Kiyotaka Ishimaru, Hifumi Yamada, Celestia Lu, whatever. Or maybe Sakura Ogami. No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice.
Shoot!
Who is this someone else? Was it Junko Enoshima, Leon Kuwata, Chihiro Fujisaki, Mondo, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this Was it Sayaka
Junko Enoshima? No, that's wrong. Junko. Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar?
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered...
Then the similar...
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
So let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple Then her body was kept in the biolab. Only this time, it was presented.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko...
Then it's really true? Wait, so...
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but which also means that among the people we thought were dead...
And that's the true identity.
Who is it?
We already know the answer to that. She took Junko and made it look like she was... So... Total silence. The body we found in the garden, it wasn't Mukuro.
No, that's wrong. No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her, right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 90. Everything in her profile is consistent.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo.
But if Mukuro...
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only
Are you sure about...
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko But we saw her get impaled. If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to... But you yourself confirmed she was dead.
She was dead. There's no question.
So...
It must be...
Then you're with...
I know you gave it your best!
This case hasn't been... Oh? You haven't given up.
No! Of course not!
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right?
I think we need to look... Huh? Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so...
Now I understand! That's it! What if she switched places with...
Switched?
That's right! Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place! Specifically...
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switch. That had to be Junko who got stabbed to death.
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When? Right when she was about to die? Like she...
Good point. So maybe the whole...
I got it! The two of them may have switched places.
What?
Yes, from the... If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death. After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been moved.
Hold on. So... was actually Mukuro?
Then we'd already met her?
I had, like, a normal conversation.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places.
Wait, but Mukuro had a... Junko never had any tattoo.
She could have hidden it with found. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo. Plus, there were the fake nails found. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing.
But...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I could. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who it. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't.
Wait, so... this whole thing was...
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were.
So Mukuro, the ultimate In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko her...
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real...
I tried to protect. When did I?
Shoot! 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 I got it! While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our inter... You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video is because you didn't want me to see the real...
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met.
That whole power outage thing was just a...
What do you want? What do you want? Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about? What do you want? What do you want? That's impossible!
I refuse to give up yet!
What do you want? What do you want? Are you sure about this?
You're getting all riled up!
That's impossible! What do you want? What do you want? That's impossible!
This should prove it! The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo. I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual
What's so unusual?
I got it! Junko's the one thing common to every single... It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single... And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly... So in other words, at that point, the two of them... With all that in mind, there's no... Which is why you had to have pictures that did... Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly that the Junko in the pictures wasn't...
I believe everything Makoto... Junko and Mukuro switched places before...
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she died. Is still...
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. She's the true mastermind.
Xanadu times?
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been...
No, don't bother trying to... There's no more room for debate. You don't... I'll prove everything. Right now... Here's exactly what happened. We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko Enoshima, right out, but that wasn't the real. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student, and that girl's name... But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, Junko Enoshima. Her body was kept in the biolab until Junko decided to put her... Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big... Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive. So she put on a mask, and then... After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, Then she put the same mask on. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently... Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining she needed to hide the body's true eye. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we... This is the truth behind Mook, and the one who carried it all out is the truth. The real Junko. That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to...
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even...
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How...
Give it up, Junko. The game...
Oh, did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you. If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world. We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Oh, did you think I would? It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play. Anyway, looks like I finally having to play Monokuma. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. Huh? What about what's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cute.
I feel like this is...
I got it! That's right! It was before I ever came to this school. And you were on it!
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it.
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same, because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist, not even if they're twins. I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost... So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereo. The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister...
Me! Junko! And together, we were the Despair Sisters! AKA...
Whoa! She's a...
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell! I even get fucking bored with myself! But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame.
But if she was your twin, that...
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain. For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind this. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the 3 atrocities: atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an And that's... Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra, being the utter disappointment that she was. Anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away, which is precisely why I killed her. To meet everyone.
That can't be your only reason, can...
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know? If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So, I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal. Just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you?
How can you talk like you sacrificed your own sister? How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you... Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope. I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or we're just those kinds of people. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without...
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything...
That's not true at all. We were twins. How could I not be? That's why it gets me so...
Huh?
Killing my precious sister with my own two... That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a... It's like super... It just feels...
What the hell is wrong with you?
And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have... After all, to be murdered by your own sister... And only as she must have died feeling such I'm so jealous of...
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of...
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of...
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant. I'm the hopelessly perfect.
No. I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. 'Cause on top of everything else...
Don't you mean... had?
What did you just say? What do you...
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are. Yep.
Are you talking about our memory?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer. So maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then...
Damn straight! That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries, and then... we'll...
Alright, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you...
When the group pictures were taken? I got it! It must have something...
No fair!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. All the memories you lost share something in common.
I got it! You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill...
So you do remember after all. Well, it was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad math. So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme? Yep, you got it. So that's my... When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
I got it! The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was...
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationship? For example, I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay! Time for the next question! So, what was the theme for the second motive?
I got it! It was...
Yay! Makoto got it right again! Embarrassing memories and secrets! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect...
So, how long do you...
Relax! Okay, so... What was the
I got it! It was money.
Seek and destroy! Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little person. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction!
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
Shoot! I got it! In her case...
Precisely. Once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came after. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correct.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships? Secrets? Money? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of...
But of course, those aren't the only motives that... In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair. This is what we refer to as...
Seed of despair.
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair and that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow up two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not. What I'm trying to say is the seed of despair. You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories...
And plus, you haven't given us any hope
Is that so? All you've been able to think about the mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to...
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories.
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave.
What? Why the hell would having our memories...
A most troubling, but it's not enough. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair, and so, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
Huh? Really? Then hurry up and tell us.
Okie dokie. Like they say, I'd like for you to see the outside world.
You mean the world be...
So something really
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You want... I want to see your faces sink into... Behold! The world beyond the school wall! This is the outside world you've all been...
What the...
Dangerous. The world has grown.
What are you talking about? No.
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from what you just saw. That world is locked away within the memories that... If you can't remember, please just try.
Better kick your brain in the ass! Cause it's up to that gray lump? What I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more! Cause for the final class... Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing.
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, what am I supposed to...
Nobody can remember anything.
Shoot!
Come on, bitches! What the fuck
You want us to... When it comes to that I don't understand. What's the meaning? Is this another one?
I mean, what am I supposed to...
This is the end for all of us!
What other shit? Come on, bitches! What the fuck happened?
You want us to remember... When it comes to that crazy confusing video you showed...
I don't understand. What's the meaning of
The footage we saw.
Is this another one of your
I mean, you're telling us what am I supposed to be remembering?
If nobody can remember anything, this is the end
For all of us! What other Come on, bitches! What the fuck happened?
You want us to... When it comes to that crazy I don't understand. What's the meaning of
The footage we saw.
Shoot!
bitches! Remember or die!
What the fuck happened?
You want us to when it comes to
That crazy confusing video you showed us? I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the
Footage we saw.
Is this another
one of your practical?
I mean, what am I supposed to...
Nobody. This is the end for all of us. What other choice do we have?
Come on, bitches! What the fuck happened?
You want us to when it comes to that crazy? I don't understand. What's the meaning? Is this another one of?
I mean, what am I supposed to...
Nobody can remember anything.
No, that's wrong. Actually, she might remember. The other Toko.
What?
The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. Then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other...
What do you say,
Are you telling me to... No! Absolutely not!
Toko, you're the only one we can...
Dun, da, da, da! It's me!
Boy, she just gave.
I'm going to ask you a question, and do you know any...
Huh? What?
The video that's playing.
Who the hell are you?
Oh,
Oh, nice to meet you!
That's enough! Just look.
Aye, aye! Roger, you got it, Cap!
Well,
I don't have all the details, but... Of course it does!
Then you remember all the stuff.
Of course I...
So you didn't lose your memory?
Then why didn't you say something? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know?
Oh my god, she's the worst
More importantly, if you really do
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
the tragic...
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I...
Just answer the question!
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's... But it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Why is that phrase?
Cause it's all because of that event.
What is?
Are you serious? I'm talking...
Is...
The world's been destroyed! Get...
destroyed?
Explain yourself!
Copy that? Duh. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling... It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide... Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic... And as a result, and basically... The world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of this Miss Morosa at all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything!
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations!
Okay, that's enough of your whatever happened. It doesn't matter at this exact... The end justifies the means. Everything serves the world has ended.
How can the world just end?
Calm down. It's okay. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Oh, come on! Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous. I have another... It's the story of the Tagami Corporation, which is given...
What?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat...
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
Correct!
But I didn't...
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it! Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
but do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think...
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been...
What? What the hell are you...
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Tagami name...
Stop with these...
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant, you must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent project.
They couldn't possibly be gone! The Togami family is destined to guide the world!
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked the fuck.
Hold on! That doesn't make any sense!
Huh?
There's no way that happened to you! I mean, we only came to this school a few... If some kind of world-ending event happened to you, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living?
Have you considered
Mistaken.
Well, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year.
Well, yeah. I mean,
A few weeks. Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
huh? 2 years.
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending.
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself. So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given. What are the memories I took?
Now, answer.
I got it! If we accept that way, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years.
Nope. Nope. No. Nope.
Another correct answer.
Seriously? This routine?
We've lost 2 years worth of memory?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here and that entire period of time is
I don't remember the last 2 years of my... That...
Years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school. Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
Shoot!
2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for. Hell no! I mean, I haven't gone. Heck, I've
Never even gone to a single class!
No, that's wrong! Hero, there's something this notebook right here.
Huh? Hey!
I found it in the locker room if you don't mind. Could you take a...
Sure, whatever you want.
Wuzza, is something...
It's kinda similar. This is absolutely... But how is this... I don't remember ever... No!
It looks like you actually did attend class here, but somehow...
Lies!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also. But just like Hero, I have no memory.
And the reason for that is the
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here! Shit, man! I've never been to a funeral!
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in right before everyone's eyes. The world came crashing. You absorbed all that despair, but then and once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourself. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even.
Actually, never mind.
What?
We are bored. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always. This world is just so desperately fucking.
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves. I'm sick of.
Figure out
where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of.
I got it! The moment I lost my memories. I can't think of any time other... When I first came to the gates of this school, and when I passed out, I was over...
Wow, you still have enough so I don't know much about the details, but it seems... And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom. I assumed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed.
But instead...
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the...
You got it, honey! 2 years of memories? Poof! Gone!
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually... Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce...
But by that point, we'd already spent... That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and it was all so you could escape into a world that's already... What a terribly tragic tale.
You're the one who set things up to be like this!
I love you all.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind. Let's go back in time 2 years, back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with... Oh boy, it was just... Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your life.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event. All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody... And as you can imagine, the school was... The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the...
What? The most tragic event in human history. And the ultimate... I can't believe it's all because of just you and Muku. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob?
You have a point. If I had to, it was none of those. How can I put it? Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like... Everyone is capable, and now the entire world has fallen...
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your
I just don't understand.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so if Hope's Peak had taken so much damage, you guys were the members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy.
And then, something super neat happened. Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it. So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter. That's right! It was... I said it twice!
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
I got it! It could only have been... He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and to protect us from the... That's why he asked us to make that to say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that, and if you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive...
Yeah, the headmaster put that much...
And because we had that same hope... That's why we all agreed.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest... It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible. I have to say, it really helped.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
Only let us live so we could go.
Why?
Because this was so much more than a rather. It was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there, so I thought I should show them.
Now I understand. You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the pup? By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come in.
Are you serious?
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force, but in the end, I was able to give them the final despair.
So you just used us? To bring
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right?
give and take?
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you solve the mystery, but despair?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the pot?
And if we did, our final desire for creating this world of despair, if you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only how would you react?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily...
Truth can be full of despair, too! Like right fucking...
Not to mention, all those motives I mean, with the world having
meaningless? We've been murdering each other?
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here. Then
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates.
No,
We get it. You're totally awesome, right? So help us! I'll do it!
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. If so,
are you saying you won't accept the truth until you... Well, you better not. You go out and trust me. I'm not lying about...
Well, I refuse to give in. I refuse to... For the sake of everyone, you...
Huh? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other.
That's why anyone was murdered here.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Hell yes!
No! This isn't just... It's murder! Plain and... You stole our memories. Invented reasons for us to do it. It's all your...
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did you? Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish Hope, well, I'll consider that a win for me and punish everyone on the side.
Even if it's just one person?
Oh, but don't worry, I won't be.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this!
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves.
Oh, let me just mention one. You'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting. No.
You mean...
We'd have to just...
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me. And
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where
What are you saying? So no matter what...
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration! Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that? So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant super...
What?
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down! Makoto, you're up!
Me?
Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble.
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us,
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths.
what I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost? Don't you have faith in your...
No! That's not it!
It's okay. You're right. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going...
God.
it's so beautiful. Your lovely faces eroded by...
Besides, Yoko, you could...
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that's why he tried to trap you all here after. The least you can do is try to honor your...
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate.
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is...
No one. We're not gonna lose!
So boring. Stubborn till... Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end.
And you're stupid.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end of hope. By the way, the air outside is the only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air
If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all been... Meh. All of you will have to... You'll have to go into the world outside. So, will you just die?
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
By the way, the air outside is the only reason is thanks to the air. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all of you will you'll have to go into the world outside. So, will you just die?
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never—
If I were to die,
That would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've
all of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside.
where only death and... So, will you just die?
I refuse to give up yet! We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die,
That would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all of you will you'll have to go into the world outside. So, will you just die?
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
if I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak.
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all of you will you'll have to go into the world outside. So, will you just die?
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die,
That would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all of you will you'll have to go into the world outside. So, will you just die?
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
if I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy. By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here,
Here is thanks to the air. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all of you will you'll have to go into the world outside. So, will you just die?
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
if I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
By the way, the only reason is
Thanks to the air purifiers in the
if I die, in other words, the communal life you've all of you will you'll have to go into the world outside. So, will you just die?
I refuse to give up yet! We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die,
That would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all of you will you'll have to go into the world outside. So, will you just die?
We won't give as long as there's hope. We'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all of you will have to go into the world outside. So, will you just die?
We won't give as long as there's hope.
If I were to die, that would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all of you will have to go into the world outside. So, will you just die?
We won't give as long as there's hope. We'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy. By the way, the air outside is totally
The only reason is thanks to the If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all of you will have to go into the world outside. So, will you just die?
We won't give up as long as there's hope. We'll never give up.
If I were to die,
that would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all of you will have to go into the world outside. So, will you just die?
I refuse to give up yet. We won't give up as long as there's hope. We'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
Don't lose hope now.
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me nothing. But to live means moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be some... So that's why. No matter what, I need to... The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my...
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I've decided to...
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air pure...
Don't lose hope now.
I've been thinking, and I was thinking... You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that. That sounds like something she'd say, right? No. I think that's definitely, which is why Yeah! I've made...
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I've decided...
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air...
Say whatever you want.
If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all been...
Don't lose hope now.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one. Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school. Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. Oh, but no matter what.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I've decided...
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the... Say whatever you want. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've... I
can keep on living!
All of you will have to go into the world outside.
Don't lose hope now.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to It never even crossed my mind that I might give. But don't misunderstand me. I just have to keep my word. I swore I... Besides, the Togami family isn't dead. So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than...
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I've decided.
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the... Say whatever you want if I die. In other words, the communal life you've all... I can keep on living! All of you will have to... You'll have to go into the world outside.
I already said I would claim them.
So, will you just die?
Don't lose hope now!
I didn't really know my father. So, but even if we're just connected by blood, there's one. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to. I can't explain why exactly. Just because we don't actually know anything. Could it be that? No, never. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school. I think you came here for a different. You came here to bring down the. You came here to confront despair. And if that's true, I think we could call you.
What the hell are you? So, your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, it's all so uncool! Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! You suck! What do you want? So uncool!
You dare to stand against us?
Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Your idiocy ends here.
You're gross. Suffer from despair. I just love despair. You suck. What do you want? So uncool. You're unbearable. Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless. Suffer from despair. I just love despair. Everything is pointless.
Despair into tomorrow.
Hope keeps on going! I refuse to give up! I refuse to get bored! I refuse to throw it all! I refuse to, because all I have going for me is the desire—
What's going on? What's happening?
It looks like we've reached the end.
We just gotta pull the lever.
Good.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end with our own hands.
The hell?
Indeed.
I love... Well, that's... What the heck? Well, that's totally the... So this is... And now I... True And now I... True despair. Huh?
Anyway,
Totally the best!
Not pop. Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay.
hey. However,
No. There's one last thing. It's fine.
It can't be.
Stop it! How many times do I have to tell? Don't get in my way! So this is how the despair of death feels. Even a tenth of this despair. I want every last soul on this planet. I want the entire world to die with that Okay. I've reserved an extra Let's give it everything we've
Hey. Makoto.
So,
Indeed.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then
I will force you out. In other words...
But...
It's true.
Yes.
My beautiful scissors!
That's enough.
Anyway...
it!
For serious.
In other words, am I wrong?
You got it!
Hey.
Okay.
Could it be? How about that? Whoa!
Makoto.
Well, I guess. But hey, if we.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told?
You know how much I hate being annoyed. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother.
I don't know why, but I might be able to pull it off.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened.
I guess we...
Things are getting very... Like I said at the beginning, I am headmaster.
Danganronpa.